Now, these are glued valves. You just glue these 3 pieces together like this. Make sure not to glue this piece to the poppet. And these are the no glue variant that can reach, in my experience, 4,600 RPM with glued pistons, of course, which would be, well, this is also a glued piston, but it's not a performance piston. These are performance pistons if you want to go for max RPM. Now, to put these in, gotta take apart that. Make sure your valve doesn't stick. And then place it there. And there is the valves in the head. So this is what my vacuum takes for intake, because I can use this tire and it seals pretty well on there. Y'all are probably gonna have to either go like that with like 2 longs or 2x1 bricks and just do that. So just make your intake bigger or smaller depending on your vacuum. Alright, so now that you've got the main part of the head, now we just need the camshaft, which is just a couple of these parts. And just make sure that it doesn't have a lot of rotating friction. Mine does, but yours might not. In the motor. Like so. Now we just cover up all of the holes. Close off our intake. And no, there isn't a throttle for this engine, it's just too inefficient. And I'm just too lazy as well, but we don't talk about that. Okay, now that you have that, we can go ahead and, oh wait, no, I did this wrong. Do that instead of what I did before with this random piece. And then we start placing our slope bricks. And then put our last found that. All right. Now to just finish off the head, really. All right. Head is done. Now that we've got the head, we can put it on the motor. All right, I messed something up on the instructions here. We do not put that there. We put a 1x6 there so that we can put our chain tensioner on. To get the chain on, we need to take that off. And we need to get a length of chain that'll fit around. Do timing. So timing on this engine is not very complicated. So you want your piston at bottom dead center. And then you want your cams a little more than 90 degrees. Like this. Now, to actually put the timing chain on, all you gotta do is connect the front of the chain. Oh God, I can't do it. Okay. And then to get at the back side of it, you're gonna take off those. And then you gotta do that. Okay. Now that is good timing. and it's not detrimental to the poppets, as long as you don't time it wrong. Now we put our cam cover back on, which is mandatory because this engine has the cam in the head. Now for the chain tensioner, you're gonna need to do that. You're gonna need this, which is just what you see here. 2 plates between those. Then you're gonna need 2 of these with 2 of these blue pins in there. And another one, if it doesn't fall out. And then that is what's tensioning your chain, if it would stop falling apart. Maybe. Okay. And then you just need a plate, 3 bricks tall, and brick with holes. This is a pain. It'll get easier though. Okay. Now that you've got that, you can put back on your chain cover. That is how you build your own inline 2 poppet butterfly Lego vacuum engine. Alright, do this right.